Assalamu alaikum, ladies and gentlemen. It's an honor to be here. The question, can we have the presentation, please? Okay, the question that we were asked to address is clean air a possible reality? Slide. On the left is Beijing a few years ago. This is Beijing today. The point is, if they can do it, absolutely Pakistan. What we propose is since the morning, what I've been hearing is, we're waiting for government funding, we're waiting for somebody else to do something. My humble submission is, let's try to see what we can do. And I think the way we can do it is by making it profitable for the people that are needed to do it. Slide, please. Last year, 16,800 megawatts of rooftop solar was installed. With 16,800 megawatts, we were the #1 rooftop solar installer in the world. And this has changed the dynamics of electricity production in Pakistan. Okay. What PSO is doing is, what we have done is we've also been looking at how do we change our processes and how can we make things so that it is more sustainable as well as it is more profitable. We took 760 processes of our company and we've reduced it to 430. We have digitized them and this has resulted, This has resulted in a 60% productivity and a 400% increase in profit. And that's the key word. It has to be profitable. What we have, please, go back. Back, please. Okay. What we have done basically is because we sell billions and billions of liters, what that has also done is the small percentage that we have saved that has resulted in a huge increase, a huge saving in environmental costs. Slide, please. PSO has already started solarizing its stations. And at the same time, we've started an EV network. It is in the initial stages right now. But through time, we will be expanding this network, and hopefully this will become a major portion of our success. Slide. What PSO is focusing on is the first stage was solar panels. We believe that the next stage is going to be BESS. Why? As we have solar panels and solar production is excess in the day, but we need this excess production to move to night. And as it moves to the nighttime, you need BESS. What PSO has done is we have signed up with the top 3 technology providers in the world. #1 for lithium-ion batteries, #2 for solid-state batteries, and #3 for supercapacitors. As these technologies come into play, rather than the second or third line vendors that are currently supplying the Pakistan market, we will be supplying with the #1, the cutting edge technologies into BESS. This will also result in, what we're also doing is we're putting in mini grids, and we're trying to, once the policy of the government comes out, we're going to be taking the excess solar power or any other power and wheeling it to places where they need the power. Slide. What's 40%? Okay. I want to just share a couple of numbers. When CNG came in, it was 40% cheaper than the normal fuel. And the whole of Pakistan flocked to this. So we have a number. At 40%, things become very, very attractive. So what we are focusing on is how do we get 40% reduction and 40% in the consumer price. And what we want it for is for the 180 million people that ride 2- and 3-wheelers and buses. We're not talking about cars. Cars, we are putting the EV charges, as you saw. However, what we're really trying to focus in, how do we get a 40% reduction in the transport bill of the consumer for the next 10 years? This 40% reduction in the consumer will also mean a 40% reduction in our import of oil, because 45% of our oil bill, of our sales is motorcycles and 3-wheelers. So if we can make this green, this dramatically reduces the 2- and 3-wheeler need. And as this becomes clean, obviously it becomes clean air, which helps our environment. Now, the issue over here, we've had a lot of people talk about financing, but we feel that one of the key bottlenecks over here is the fact that banks do not give financing to these people to change over. And remember one thing, we're not talking about small initiatives. There are 30 million 2-wheelers and 3-wheelers in Pakistan. So turning out 10,000 or 20,000 really doesn't do it. 10 and 20,000 is a rounding error. What we need is a way to dramatically move these vehicles into the market. And what PSO will definitely do is we'll make sure that that 40% drop in cost is there. But we need the partners on the other side to make sure that there is demand for this. Next. OK. What we're also doing is delivery platforms. Okay. We have launched Vibe. Vibe is our stores. These are seed certified, which means that basically it's made out of recycled material. It means that it uses every water that goes there is recycled, the oil that comes there is recycled, and the cost of running is 20% less. Now, these Vibe stores, at the end of next year, as well as other stores, will be the largest retail chain of Pakistan. And to support this, what we're adding in there are 2 other things. One is e-commerce. And our e-commerce platform is going to be launched, which means you can pick up from these stores, or it'll be delivered to you. One of the key things we've seen is there are 100,000 delivery boys in Pakistan. And we are working right now in trial projects with TCS and with others to turn them into e-bikes and e-deliveries. Now, what that does is, again, that 40% reduction in cost. So they get the reduction in cost, and we propose that this reduction in cost be used partially to repay the banks to get the motorcycles or the 3-wheelers to them. And what we're also adding is dark sites. So basically, these 100,000 delivery boys, what we're going to be trying to do over the next couple of years is move them from the sites that they're right now. Everybody has 10 or 15 dark sites per company. We have 3,667 dark sites. So with 3,667 dark sites, we believe that effectively we will dominate the delivery mechanism in Pakistan. And as that comes in, with the 2- and 3-wheelers will move to us, and we'll be able to reduce the cost for the consumer. And obviously, that means we'll be able to reduce the cost of delivery, which will hopefully help the consumer in the end. Next. There's one last initiative that we're doing. We believe one of the things we're doing as CSR is we're trying to make urban forests. And we were very inspired by what China did, especially in the Gobi Desert. Every single year, the desert was expanding. And what they did was they brought in a plant-a-tree program, and they got 400 million trees planted by citizens. I do believe that PSO will come in along with local governments, and we will help in setting this up, provided we find a mechanism by which, in the future, that there is no government or our funding to run it, so that it should be privately run and run in such a way that it's sustainable. So we will help put the trees in, we will help develop it, but we believe that the people or good citizens should be running it. Next. What we do want to commit is that PSO is committed to a clean air Pakistan. Next. Pakistan, we believe, is at the verge of extreme success based on 2 factors. One, the cost of energy is dropping, especially as you're seeing in solar. It's headed to a very, very small number. Along with it, there's tremendous increases in computational power at a very fractional price with AI. We believe with both these things, Pakistan has the opportunity to jump ahead of a lot of the Western world, in fact, that will be stopped by processes. We believe that with this jump, Pakistan's future is bright, and we hope and we will be working for that PSO will be the beacon of hope and progress for Pakistan. Pakistan Zindabad. Thank you very much.